what characterizes boards that are handling that better than boards that aren't, and or management? What do you see?
Thanks, Dan. And I just want to say I'm happy to be here and to be on with Teresa and Amy and to be part of this. I was thinking as the conversation was going on over the years, we've worked with a wide range of boards, right? So big public companies, AT&T, and then Silicon Valley startups, which have a whole different risk profile. And then I worked for Boone Pickens for a long time, this wildcatter from Texas, who ran a hedge fund, and he like made and lost billions of dollars 3 or 4 times in his career. That guy never, he just embraced risk. It was part of his profile. So you think about the sort of swath of it. And to your question, what are the characteristics of organizations that deal with risk and then the sort of downside of making decisions or the unforeseen? And I think there are probably 3 things that come to mind. One is that there is the board's engaged throughout the whole thing, that they don't sort of wake up and at the quarterly board meeting, there's a presentation that says, oh, by the way, this is what's happening. And so recognizing that not every board can meet on a consistent basis and all that, but there needs to be some communication going on and some trust that the board is there not just to kind of rubber stamp the CEO's 3-year plan, but to be there because they have something to offer, and that they're there because they've got some experience in either the subject matter or the regulatory landscape. The second thing is, and sometimes we get, confused. Risk is crisis, right? So it's like, oh, crisis management. And there's a lot of that. But I think, like knowing what resources an organization has, having the communications, the investor relations team, the legal team, whatever the other consultants are, sort of participating in a process with the board, so they understand kind of what's there, and there can be a give and take, so you can plan ahead. We were talking about this in our prep call last week, but for a public company, the board's primary responsibility is to shareholders. So like, how do you help a board sort of, do that job well? And finally, it's one where the leadership of the organization, there's like this symbiosis between the CEO, the GC, and the leadership team and the board. It's not an us versus them. We've been hired to work for boards separate and apart from management. And that's hard sometimes because not everyone's aligned. So those are the 3 things that sort of come to mind.